Hey, and welcome back to Yay for Adulting. I'm your host, Lisa, the Gen Xer, and I am joined by Joseph, our millennial, and Mom, our resident baby boomer. This week, we're continuing our discussion on grocery stuff.
What are y'all two's favorite fruits? Mine is either oranges or blackberries.
Mm. I like peaches and bananas.
Yeah, my favorite fruit is whatever is in season and on sale. I love cherries when it's cherry time. I love peaches when what is it, springtime? Um,
Yeah.
Kiwi so whatever is on sale, I love and we'll eat it. And we'll eat it the entire time that it's on sale. And then I'll be so sick of it that I will need to move on to the next item that it is. So I'm looking forward to cherry season. I love cherries, but I hate bananas.
I remember for the longest time I wasn't the biggest banana fan, but I've grown into them.
Wow.
I'm glad because I get them just about every week. It's just, I can't eat them. I like banana flavor, but I don't like bananas themselves.
I'm the opposite. I hate banana flavor. And I know that people say that that they are two different bananas, I think. Like one's a Cavendish banana. I forget what the other banana is, but so that's why they're two different flavors technically.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what I've heard.
Do you make smoothies?
I do not.
We have a lot of frozen bananas because when a banana starts to go bad and it'll just sit. I hate that it's sitting in the fruit thing. So I'll just freeze them. So we have so many frozen bananas, but because I don't like actual bananas at all.
Oh, okay. Frozen bananas are good in smoothies.
Sometimes I'll put them in there if I really need to get that. I know they're nature's, what is it, the perfect fruit or the food. I think it's the most perfect food. Okay, so next we are going to talk about in-store survival and coupon strategy, and that's where our baby boomers coming in. So, Mom, what is the biggest grocery store trick that people do not use?
One of the biggest tricks is they look at eye level at things that are on the middle shelves. Those are the most expensive things that they're trying to get rid of and that cost a lot. If you look on the top shelves and the very bottom shelves, you'll find pretty much the same things at a lesser value.
Wow,
Oh.
that's pretty
Yeah.
tricky.
So that's why they call it top shelf.
Yeah. Who wants to look way up there and who wants to bend over? And they know that. So they'll put everything you think you need in the middle.
And that's more expensive. And the more cost-effective items, you're saying are either at the top where people can't reach them. Right.
Where people won't look. Like people literally will not be able to see up high to see what they're looking at.
Or the sale items, they'll put at the very top and the very bottom because people don't look down there. And they've got those little bitty sale signs at the very bottom and sometimes at the very top. I had people, because I'm taller, ask me, can you get that for me on the top shelf? And I'll look, it's like, wow, I'll get one for myself too.
Okay, that's an excellent tip. All right. So then, in that same category of saving money, what is your never pay full price list?
Mine is condiments and canned goods. I try to have only canned goods as emergency food. I try to buy fresh fruits and vegetables, mostly vegetables. But I don't pay. I only get the canned goods when it's buy one, get one. And also the condiments.
That makes sense. Especially the condiments. And I don't buy a lot of canned goods because they seem like they're expensive, but that makes sense if they're on sale. Yeah, I mean, I do stock up on soups, and then some soups that I don't eat straight from the can, kinda like, cream of chicken soup or cream of mushroom soup that I'll use in recipes. But yeah, I really hate paying full price, but that makes sense. Just wait until they're on sale,
But
and then and then stock up.
Right.
I do like to buy frozen vegetables. I buy a lot of those. I the freezer is full of those. But
Mhm.
luckily, those are usually on sale, and I'm not sure if it's because and it's different brands, like, I'm not stuck on a brand. Whatever's on sale is what I will be buying.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if they're always on sale because the different brands. I'm not well versed in coupon strategy or sale strategy, so I don't know if stuff goes on sale because it's just they're trying to turn it, or if it's because the brand is having a sale, or because they always put stuff on sale the last week, the last week of the month or something. But I am always looking for sales. So what's the aisle that is a trap for overspending for you?
For me, it is the cookie aisle. Oh, I, um, I like the Ori cookies,
Mm-mm.
which are expensive, and if they're not on sale, I most of the time don't get a box. But the cookie aisle, I like chocolate chip cookies,
Mm.
Big
Yeah.
Newtons. Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I really do have to go down that aisle.
I know, like, in the Kroger that we go to, they put, like, sweets, like, different types of fudges, shortcakes, also right next to the checkout aisles more often than not.
Yes.
Mm, um,
Like $5 cakes. Like, really? You're gonna tempt me like that? With fudge?
right. Or when you first go in, and if you haven't eaten, when you first go in and you see those, "Oh, I need one of those."
Or if you turn left and see, like, the rotisserie aisle or, like, all the prepped foods aisles,
Yes.
Right.
like, near the deli.
And, that's another good tip is to not go grocery shopping while you're hungry.
Mm.
Mhm.
I try to remember that because, yeah, when I am hungry, then I am just tossing all kinds of stuff in my basket. Just and
Right.
then I get home, it's like, "What were you doing? What are you thinking? You don't want this."
Right.
You don't even like this food.
Right. Right.
You just saw those on sale. It's like, eh, I've done that.
So, Joseph, do you have an aisle is there an aisle that you don't like to go down because of overspending?
At the moment, not right now, thankfully. Though I always was wary around the drink aisle.
Mm,
I was like, "Ooh, what's this weird concoction?" Pulls up this purple soda like out of nowhere. It's
Mhm.
like, "Okay." It's like, "You know what? This has a cool little funky design on it and the weird little bottle. I'll grab it. Did you need it? No, but
Mhm.
it looked cool."
right. Yes. Yeah, cool, weird looking stuff is always fun, and it's like, "Oh, let me just try this," but then you put enough of those in the basket and your cart goes from being, manageable to some insane price.
Yeah.
And then you don't like it, and you drink one, and so you wasted the rest of them because
Ugh, that's the worst one. When you buy like a pack of something, like I bought 5 of these things, and I only had 1 sip, and I hate this. I have to drink all the other 5 of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no fun.
It's even worse when you when I had to walk from the store to the apartment. So I had to be careful about what I actually wanted, not just because like price, but also just like what I could just physically carry back.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, that's good though, so that probably kept you more aligned with your shopping list. You were more weary about overspending because you knew whatever you bought, you had to drag across that busy street in the middle of the night.
It's so weird. It was so weird being in the apartment and like just looking over to the left and seeing that there's like a random shopping cart. It's like, oh yeah, that happened again. Because people would just regularly drive their or not drive, but walk their carts across the streets and like from Walmart, like it's like to another like 2 separate crossings.
Back when you used to be able to take well, maybe Walmart, you can still do that, but I know at Kroger, they have the locks now, and you can't get Sometimes you can't even get out the door,
Uh-huh.
but you definitely can't get off the parking
Mhm.
lot with the carts. So I don't have one aisle that I avoid, but it's really all of the center aisles. The more I can stay on the outer perimeter of the store, the better I am, right? I can stay the produce, I can overbuy produce, but, it's pretty healthy. Um, the bread is over there, along the back is the meat, and then over to the other side is the dairy.
Mhm.
But once I go in the center, I'm hit with all of those amazing carbs, like the cookies and the fudge and the
Well,
cereal and all of these things that say that they're healthy. But you actually look at the ingredients, it's like, "Oh, actually, no, this is 98% sugar, but it's healthy sugar. Okay, well, I'm gonna."
yeah. And that is the best tips also to shop the perimeter of a store.
Oh, okay. Okay, great, yay. So I'm doing something I didn't even know was a best practice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, cool. Gold star for me. So you got all the groceries and you get home, and now it's time to cook dinner. So everybody's hungry, or I'm hungry. And what's the fastest real meal? I think
Mm,
Joseph mentioned like a grilled cheese. I count
mm,
that as a meal. Ramen is a very good meal. And I think we had learned, and once upon a time, I thought that ramen was just ramen, right? You get the noodles, you get the little packet with the seasoning in it. You heat up the water, you boil the noodles, and then you add the seasoning, and that was it. And
mm,
I can't remember at one point I saw somebody cooking and they added like ground beef and peas and carrots and the seasoning, and it was like it was a complete meal. And my mind was blown.
mhm.
But that's because the only ramen I knew was the ramen in the packets. I hadn't really explored anything outside, and I think that's the typical ramen meal, right, Joseph? It isn't the noodles and the just like the seasoned water. It's actually
Yeah, it's like, it's almost like, like spaghetti, or like any other, like, noodle dish. Like, sure, it's fun. It can be fun on its own, but the real magic comes from, like, what you put on top of the noodles, what you incorporate it with it. Cause yeah, cause I've seen like people make or have like
Mhm,
I've had ramen that has all sorts of stuff like pork shoulder, crab cakes, corn of all things.
mhm.
Yeah, just get crazy with it. Though as far though to answer your earlier question about you want to feed a lot of people fast, you can never go wrong with tacos. You just take a slab of ground beef and just like chop it up and cook it up and season it, and you can feed a whole group of people for with 3 pounds of ground beef.
it is, yeah, to make a taco or to make even a burrito. Those are just really quick and easy to make at home. And it's, you see something like you go to a restaurant and you're like, "Oh, okay, oh, these tacos are only
Well,
$1.50. Well, let me get 30 of them." And so the bill adds up pretty fast. Whereas, like, to your point, if you just get, 3, 5 pounds of ground beef and then, a package of tortillas and a package of hard shells.
Cheese of your choice.
top it off with salsa.
Yeah, you've just saved yourself a lot of money.
Right.
So whenever you're making meals in the kitchen, there are typically items that you don't need to run out to the grocery store for, right? Things like salt and pepper. Uh, so Joseph, what are some things that you would consider staples in your kitchen?
So bread is a staple. Let's see, cheese is a staple because that's always there.
Mm,
Always. Rice is always a staple because that just is shelf stable for I don't know how long, but a lot. Again, as you said, salt and
Mm.
pepper, the usual seasonings that adorn any household. Ramen noodles, obviously. Nothing. Listen, it's always good to have a just easy, noodles just heat up and go. Which is like heat up some water, dunk noodles. You got yourself something to eat.
very true.
So I go for things that are like easy to prepare and easier to incorporate into some other dish if I want to, like bring in some spice, some fancier or like less common ingredients into the pantry for like the week.
Okay. Mom, any additional staples you have?
Frozen vegetables. I know we talked about that earlier,
Mhm.
but if you have a stock of frozen vegetables, you can make a meal out of those. And frozen fruit,
Oh, yes.
you can make a smoothie, or I put them in my yogurt. If they, let them thaw, and peanut butter and jelly.
Ooh, peanut butter.
Definitely, definitely. I have peanut butter and jelly every single morning on my toast.
Do you?
Yes, yes. I was just doing the peanut butter, and, then I decided I wanted something fruity.
Okay.
I do also eat a piece of fruit, but I
Mhm.
found well, it was in the refrigerator. So, I was like, "Oh, maybe I should finish off this grape jelly." And then I found the strawberry one. So, after those, I may switch to something a little possibly healthier like honey.
Oh,
Oh, honey's a staple. That should definitely be a staple, or any sweetener really, but yeah, honey or sugar.
Right, yes, yes. Honey, brown sugar, although brown sugar is hard to keep from turning into a solid brick, but I think somebody said if you put, like, a piece of apple in there or something, you can bring it back to life maybe?
I keep mine in a mason jar.
Mhm.
Yeah, when I get it from the store. And, uh, the tomato sauces that you buy come in mason jars,
Huh.
and so I keep those, and I keep my brown sugar in a mason jar, and it never gets hard.
That's a good idea. Well,
Mhm.
thank you. Do you put anything in there?
No, because it's a mason jar.
Okay, so just the sugar, that's okay.
It's the brown sugar, and just make
Mhm.
sure it's closed completely, not really tight, but make sure it's got a tight seal when you close it.
Alright, I like that. Well, thank you. Yet another tip.
Mhm.
So the only additions to those I would add would be butter or some kind of an oil, like, I prefer avocado oil because it has a really high smoke point, and I am great at smoking up a room. And then eggs or powdered eggs. I know we've had powdered eggs in the past, and while they are not delicious on their own, when added to like a recipe that you need, it's great to have, like a little bag to the side that you can use. Powdered milk.
Mm.
And Joseph, you've made, the hot chocolate using baking cocoa and powdered milk, and it's actually been really, really good. So the powdered milk being a staple, just in case, you lose power, you can always, take the powdered milk and add water, and then there you go, you've got milk.
Mm.
See, there was one other item. Oh, tortillas. Tortillas.
Mm.
Because you can use those to make pizzas
No.
or Mexican pizzas, tacos, or you can use it to wrap up meat if you don't wanna use bread. A burrito scramble, you can, mix up your eggs and put it in the tray. Just a nice little thing to hold on food while you eat it, and it's not sandwich bread. Stuff isn't maybe not gonna fall out. But anyway,
Hey, if it's good for NASA, then it's good for us. People on the International Space Station, mainly eat with tortillas.
oh, really?
Mm.
I didn't know that. Alright, good tip.
Yeah, I saw it a while back. The fact that it was just like they try and minimize as much like, things floating around in the small space station as possible because they have limited space and crumbs in the air is bad.
Yes.
That makes sense. Thinking like an astronaut. Alright, 2 gold stars from me. So that wraps up our second episode on groceries and trying to manage chaos a little bit better with your pantry, with grocery shopping, and with your recipe planning. We're so glad that you joined us, and we'd love if you would put in the comments, maybe let us know a panic meal that you've made this week and share the staples that you have in your kitchen. Thanks so much for joining, and I am signing off as Lisa the Gen Xer.
I am Joseph the Millennial.
And I am Mom.
A resident baby boomer. And we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.